Dear Kanye, we're tired. We're tired of your antics. Well, Kanye has taken back to Instagram and is now taking shots at Khloe Kardashian for Khloe entering the chat in regards to defending her sister and telling him to leave her alone. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. And I know, you're tired of the Kanye stories. There actually could have been at least 2 or 3 more videos that I could have done since my last video on Kanye. But every time I'm like, I just don't want to talk about Kanye again. But Kanye again has taken to social media and has moved from defending his White Lives Matter fashion situation and attacking a black fashion editor. And sidebar, we forgot to talk about right before he decided to make this statement in his fashion show, he was talking about bringing his designs and collections to black platforms. And then, of course, we have this moment. All right. And we're not going to even talk about Kelly Dodd reposting his Instagram story that Black Lives Matter is a scam. I can't. But now Kanye has moved away from that. People have made all kinds of defenses for Kanye's behavior and have said, well, since he lost his mom, he's struggling with mental health issues. I'm starting to think it's not any of that. I'm starting to really believe, and I know a lot of you have speculated this for a while now, that this is all strategic. He is a master of marketing. Maybe it is. However, there are real life casualties to his behavior. Real life casualties to the people he decides to attack on social media, like the black fashion editor, Gabriella. So Kanye has taken to his social media again today and posts this message, simply captioning this message, "The children are our future." He says, "I wonder what Gigi and Venus's perspectives were when I didn't know where my child was on her birthday. Gabby told me that she disagreed with that, and that's me putting it in a nice way. She said it was on her group chats. So why did everyone feel so free to attack me about my t-shirt? But Candace Owens was the only public figure to say that it was wrong for the Kardashians to keep me from seeing my daughter. Or we just chime in when we want to tear a black man down for actually having a different political opinion. And for all audience so outraged about my t-shirt, where was you when I couldn't see my kid? Now it's our fault that you couldn't see your kids? I went public in hope of public support at that time. So now we're supposed to help Kanye with his child's custody situation. Okay. Well, Kim this time has decided not to chime in, and her sister, Khloe Kardashian, chimes in and says this. Oh, wait, before we even get to that, Candace Owens was also pictured, when we posted about the whole White Lives Matter shirt and fashion show that he did, we didn't show you that there was a picture of Candace Owens at this fashion show wearing the same shirt. Okay? Candace Owens is also in the comment section of this post, and she's saying this: "My bigger question for Gigi is whether or not she felt it was bullying when Pete had your children's name carved into his neck and was walking around with that after 6 minutes of dating Kim. I like Gigi. Excited to see that she's weighing in on bullies in Hollywood now because everyone seemed pretty tight-lipped and not too concerned about, quote, mental health when a man had to watch the media pretend it was normal for another man to tattoo his children's names onto his body. Was that, quote, trauma or, quote, violence?" I can't believe I'm talking about Candace Owens. It was relevant to this story. So moving on from that. So Khloe decided to post in the comment section and say this. She says, "Yay, I love you. I don't want to do this on social media, but you keep bringing it here. You are the father of my nieces and nephews, and I'm trying to be respectful, but please stop tearing Kimberly down and using our family when you want to deflect. I mean, look, you know we love to twerk on the fence. The Kardashians are good for deflecting too. Anyways, she says, again with the birthday narrative. Enough already. We all know the truth, and in my opinion, everyone's tired of it. You know exactly where your children are at all times, and you wanted separate birthdays. I have seen all of the texts to prove it. And when you changed your mind and wanted to attend, you came. You remember when we reported on the whole Kanye taking to social media and being very upset. He's like, I don't even know where my children's birthday party was going to be. And then Travis Scott was allegedly the person who gave him the information of where the party was going to be. Okay. She continues and says, like you have pointed out yourself, she is the one taking care of your kids 80% of the time. Please leave her and the family out of it so that the kids can be raised peacefully. I come from a place of love, and I am happy to continue this conversation privately if you wish. See, remember when Khloe was our favorite? Because she always had that boss energy. Something along the lines, just she lost it, lost herself, then got involved with Tristan. And yes, I know she was apparently Tristan proposed to her. Like, I haven't even covered the Kardashians because I'm just, ugh. Anyways, Kanye reposts this and says in all caps, why are you yelling, Kanye? You are lying, and our liars are y'all basically kidnapped Chicago on her birthday so she could remember her father not being there. Trav gave me the address of my child's party. That's how y'all play with black fathers. Y'all also threw a party before Psalm's birthday when I was flying back from Japan to be there for his birthday. And the first I heard about it was seeing pics of the party online. Also, I should see my children 100% of the time. But since there's a separation, it should have been 50% of the time. Y'all wouldn't have played with Donda like that in Jesus' name. I don't know what's happening here. But on some level, I feel as if the public knows a little too much. Knows a little too much. Do I believe the Kardashians are innocent? Nope. Do I believe Kanye's innocent? Nope. You attract what you are. So that's why when we see the similarities in their behavior and in each of them accusing each other of deflection, I'm like, you both are. But here's the thing. Kanye has changed his attorney multiple times in this divorce. They are still not figuring out custody. And here's the thing. I don't take the Kardashians at their word because we've seen them. If they will lie to us about a timeline when it comes to their reality show, they will lie on public forums about how this is really playing out. Do I believe somewhere there's truth in what Kanye's saying and there's truth in what Khloe is saying? Yep. Do I think that we have the full picture? Nope. Not at all. But here's the thing. We report on pop culture news. This is a part of pop culture news. But part of me wants you guys to take it off social media and take it to the court. Take it to the judge. Make the judge make that final decision. Kanye, if you want your kids 50% of the time, you can fight for that in court. But according to Kim Kardashian, he doesn't want that because based off what we've seen of Kanye's behavior, I have yet to see Kanye in one place, in one city, for more than a couple of weeks. Okay? So I lean towards believing, doesn't this work for you? And why all of a sudden, 1 minute, we had just reported a couple of months ago, everything was quiet. He was with the kids and, for I think it was Saints like soccer game or something like that. But I already knew. I was like, give it time. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what is transpiring between these two. But at this point, Kim, I know it works for Kanye to say these things on social media, but you're going to have to take it to court. Let a judge lay it out and say, this is what the custody situation will be. You cannot allow this situation just to be, okay, I'll have the kids, we'll keep the kids flexible. Because Kanye, based off of this, if what you're saying is true, he's going to play out whatever narrative he wants to play out. But if it's in court, you'll be like, no, well, this is what the judge said, and this is what you signed off on. Because at this point, it's just hearsay. Guys, I know you're probably tired of Kanye this week, especially with all of the back and forth. I want to know your reaction to all of the stories. Because like I said, there were multiple stories. Kanye in this fashion show, then Kanye attacking the fashion editor, Gabriella. And then now Khloe has entered the chat. Because now it's gone from talking about this fashion show that he featured White Lives Matter fashion, to now it being about his children. Let's continue this conversation below. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.